Hello. Today I want to tell you the words that I hear most from students who get in touch with me. They say, I just want to get done. Help me get finished. And there's a sense of desperation about wanting it all to be over. And I completely understand that because it's a long process and we all get tired. So there are usually four reasons why people get in touch with me about helping them to get done. And the first one is that they are anxious, they're worried, they're exhausted, they're paralyzed sometimes because they just can't get to the end. And so there's a lot of coaching involved in that. And we chat through and we find out why they're lost and stuck. And we solve that problem. And the relief, a lot of them say that they sleep better at night once they've talked to me. And so that's the aim, just to help them get done. Of course, we keep the same high standards. We complete everything that's required. There are really no shortcuts, but I can ease their way, and sometimes we can even find a reason to laugh about it all. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that they are running out of money. They have used up grant money. The piggy bank is empty. Friends and family aren't willing to chip in anymore. And so they really need to finish for practical reasons. University fees are not cheap, and they're tired of spending their own money on this kind of thing. So that's another reason too. Let's get the weight of that money off. It's often better to spend a little bit of money on coaching than a lot of money on university fees. Then another reason that I get contacted is because there's a poisonous relationship with the supervisor or with the principal investigator in the lab. And it really is a barrier to them getting done. Sometimes the supervisors just don't get it. They just don't understand the research. And sometimes the principal investigators just want to keep a grad student around because it's useful to have someone to do the work. And so there are reasons for overcoming, there are reasons for changing supervisors too. But it's not healthy to be trying to do work in that environment. And sometimes students cry when I tell them, did you know that you're one of the leading experts in this field right now? Because they haven't been told that before. So it's time to get done, get out and meet other peers and start publishing. And they're very grateful when I can help that to get done. The fourth reason I want to mention is that there may be a job on the line. Sometimes people accept a position, teaching or at a university or at a commercial lab or something like that, and they need to, it relies on them completing the PhD. And if that's the degree they're wanting, so of course there are other graduate degrees as well, but they have a deadline. They usually their employment arrangements say that it's conditional upon completing this degree. So please get it done. And so that's what they come to me with. And need often they've moved, and of course there are families involved, and they must complete what they promised to do. So I help them with planning, with setting deadlines, with keeping to timelines. I get in touch and say, well, I was expecting pages yesterday and I don't have anything yet. So what's happening? And then we talk it through and find out what the delay is. This all brings to mind a woman who contacted me who had been working on her degree for her PhD for 14 years. Imagine her exhaustion. The barrier here was a principal investigator who kept procrastinating and wouldn't put her through to the next level in her studies. And she kept submitting the same, I think it was a literature review. She kept submitting her literature review and he kept rejecting it. This had been going on for years. And so we had a half-hour chat about how to do a literature review. She went away. I heard from her a couple of weeks later to say that she had followed my advice. She had revised her literature review and submitted it. And this principal investigator had said, "You nailed it." So she was mad that in a short phone call, Zoom call, actually, I was able to help her get done when her own supervisor had not been able to get her through that part in years. And she was also mad that she'd spent so much money on the university fees while this was all happening. So there are some reasons why people get in touch with me. Perhaps you have one of those reasons. Perhaps you have a different reason. So if you'd like to chat with me, why not take advantage of my free introductory Zoom call? I'll be glad to set that up. Get in touch with me at my website, which is www.phdcoaching.ca, or just Google me and you should be able to find me and get in touch. And soon you'll be finished too, and you'll be doing what the other students do, which is send me a picture of your graduation. I have quite a portfolio of pictures of people who graduated. And sometimes they're wearing kilts and other family heirlooms, and they've got parents around them, and it's a joy to see that. So let me help you to do that too.